Hi everyone, this is an energy update for the month of December 2021. Okay, here we go. Yes, we are at a tipping point, guys. We are at the tipping point whether we're going to fight or flight. And so far, the rich have flown off away to paradise, whereas the rest of us are here to can we still mind our own business? I don't think so. So this is kind of a really weird energy. I kind of make this an equivalent of, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but I did as a kid, where you lick the square battery. Yes, that sort of tingling sensation, but it's not on your tongue. It's cerebral, so something's in the mix. Last time I felt this way was when we had an earthquake in Melbourne. Right, okay, moving from that story. So, what's happening now? What you're probably finding is what you thought people who had your back has not got your back, and those who you thought weren't going to have your back have now got your back, which is kind of a weird thing. So, it's almost to a point where you couldn't necessarily assume who is actually within your soul tribe. Anyway, but the important point is that there is still need for more discussion. There's a lot of divisions, especially when people see things online and assume certain things, but sometimes it's also better to make that phone call and speak to someone, or visit, even better if you're allowed to. The divisions in Melbourne are somehow more evident, but crumbling at the same time. There are people who are making an alliance from either side of the political spectrum, which is kind of weird, to fight one thing, and that is the freedom of speech and the freedom of living your own life. Let's talk about the twins, shall we? So what's happening now? So the divine feminines have been kind of hanging on for their divine masculines, waiting and hoping that things will come into union in that possible romantic perspective. But there's a lot of divine feminines who haven't really achieved that. There's been more important issues that's coming in front of the divine feminine, and one is to protect the family. That has become the primary concern, especially what's going on at the moment. The divine feminine is also hoping that the divine masculine will have their back. But they have no idea, they don't know. They can't see, they could only feel and assume, but then assumption's a pretty deadly word at the moment. With regard to the divine masculines, they're probably also focusing on protecting, but in a more 3D kind of sense, focusing on finances, focusing on going back to work, focusing on fighting, potentially. I think divine masculines are there are still divine masculines who have not woken up just yet. They're just kind of like the workhorses in Animal Farm, where they've been trudging along all their lives and then realising this stuff ain't going to cut it anymore. And I think slowly they're waking up. What they normally did in everyday life is no longer valid or no longer healthy for them to continue. So they're either changing jobs, resigning from jobs, retiring, or just having a complete change of outlook in life. The divine feminines have been haunting the divine masculines, but the divine masculines, well, the rest of the divine masculines who have not come about towards their divine feminines are still ignoring the signs. So as this world gets louder, slowly people are starting to wake up in general, including the divine masculines. There are some divine feminines who have now taken in their hands to step up and hold the frequency for the rest of the community, whether they've stepped up career-wise, stepped up community-wise, or stepped up family-wise. People can no longer keep quiet or hold their voice or keep their opinions to themselves. There is obviously all those deep emotions that people have been keeping too close to their chest is now being revealed. Whether you're divine masculine or feminine, these innermost emotions is now being revealed. And it is important to not blurt things out for the sake of expression, because there's also that other consequence you have of the person receiving that message. People need to articulate the message that they want to convey in the most mature, logical manner. Critical thinking is of prime importance at this point in time. There are noises on both sides, all sides. There's a lot of crap. There's also a lot of truth amongst the crap, which we need to distinguish. It's time to probably look at actions rather than words, and also use your heart to determine the integrity of what you come across. This eclipse energy is going to be lasting for a few months. It's one of those energies that will stick for a while, and it will be interesting to see what happens over this period of time. It's important for the twins who aren't in union in the 3D to continue on their missions, whatever their soul is driving them to do. They will eventually come together, but at this point it might be that they might have to work on their missions on both sides of the agenda, or both sides of the equation, and then come together. There's a possibility that there is a nefarious energy over the twins that are keeping them separated, and it's possibly the fact that what's going on in this world at this point in time that is dividing them. Or it could also be seen as the time for the twins to step up without being together in the 3D, and using that drive of separation, especially for the divine feminines, to not wait around for the divine masculines and step up to the plate and bat for their own community and family and loved ones, and also their soul tribes that is already there supporting them. There's also divine feminines who have taken up leadership roles, probably because the divine masculine side is being energized with the absence of the divine masculine's 3D person. Since the next few weeks will feel quite turbulent, I would suggest to calibrate for this month your root chakra at 396 Hertz. The root chakra will help you gain strength to provide protection, sustenance, and be able to face the challenges up ahead to make you move forward, and it will help you deal with the obstacles that you may pass over this period of time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy listening to the music till the end of this video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.